Some of the students we filmed decided to stay on for postgraduate study. Before you decide to do another course, you need to find out if it'll give you an advantage. Harriet wants to get into magazine journalism, so she asked a journalist for advice.
What do you think I should be doing to make my application stronger?
I think you need to look at perhaps some formal journalism qualification, perhaps doing a postgraduate or a short course at the end of your 3-year degree, because there's a lot of people out there with history and English degrees that want to go into journalism.
We met her again a few months later.
I'm doing a postgraduate diploma in magazine journalism, which starts in September and lasts for a year, and that will be like a practical training, so I'll be learning different ways of writing, and also I'm learning shorthand, which will be useful, and apparently not a lot of journalists learn that, so that will make me stand out, which will be good, and I'll be doing lots of work experience as well.
Lee, a graduate in fashion from Anglia Ruskin University, took advice before studying for a Master's in Design and Atelier at the University of the Creative Arts in Rochester.
I think for Lee and for what she wants to do, I think it's a very good idea, because the course she's chosen to do as an MA course is a course which has been deliberately set up to promote fashion craft skills rather than fashion design, and those are exactly the skills she needs to acquire. So I think in that instance she's actually made a very good choice, which will give her an enormous amount of extra ammunition to add to her portfolio, which will strengthen her hand when she goes for job interviews.
Vocational courses like these, which are recognised by the professions, are likely to help you get started in the job market and may even be a prerequisite. But is further academic study always going to give you an advantage? David spoke to an IT specialist.
One of the routes that I'm thinking of going down is to do a Masters. To you as an employer, how would I favour by having a Masters rather than having a year's experience in industry?
And what he said was, if you do a Masters, then do it for the right reasons. So if you're really, really interested in a particular area of computing or whatever degree you're doing, then yeah, pursue a Masters. And especially if you want to go down the academia route, then a Masters, well, that's sort of your way in, really.
It doesn't really matter if you kind of carry on and do further study after a normal BA or BSc, if it's relevant for the job that you're going for, if it's going to enhance your opportunities. But I don't think it's going to be the deciding factor whether it's going to give you the opportunity to get that job or not. I think it's going to be everything else that goes with it, the skills and the work experience and the other exposure that you've had through your academic life.
Postgraduate study can be a strategic advantage as long as you product test very, very carefully. You think very carefully about why would I be a better candidate when competing for a job with a postgraduate degree. I think sometimes people think that the very fact that I've got an extra qualification will automatically give me a head start. And that's not necessarily the case. However, if you've chosen the course carefully and you think that this is going to have a major benefit for my employability, it can give you an advantage over those with first degrees.
As an organisation, NPower doesn't necessarily consider a postgraduate qualification to be an improvement on a first degree. If somebody were to come to us with a postgraduate degree, I would expect them to have been studying either because it's a specific requirement for the particular type of area they wish to get into, or that they're genuinely interested in the subject. Having a master's degree in itself does not necessarily make you more marketable for a number of graduate schemes.
You can talk to employers when you're information interviewing and say to them, look, would I be a better candidate if I came to you with an MA or an MSc? Would it make a difference? I'd also talk to postgraduate students themselves and ask them what the experience has been for them and how their career ideas have changed while doing that course.
To sum up, find out, will postgraduate study give you an advantage? Don't assume it will. Will the course develop your vocational skills and experience and help you get into your chosen profession? Or do you have a strong academic interest, which might not be so important to an employer? Talk to students on the course, employers, professional bodies, and people who work in the area you're considering. And use your careers service.